CBS presents this program in color.
Thank you very much. Welcome to our show tonight. I think we have one of my favorite shows that we've done tonight. I'll tell you, we have our regulars on, Harvey Korman, Vicki Lawrence, and Lyle Waggoner. And our guests tonight, our special guests, are John Davidson and Mickey Rooney. And thank you very much. But before we get started, could we have the house lights up so we can ask the audience some questions? Yes.
How does a boy get to be an actress? An actress?
That's not too hard nowadays. I would like to bring out John Davidson to say hello to you right now. Hey, Johnny? Thank you very much. You know, between John and Lyle, wouldn't they be the most beautiful bookends you ever saw? Do you have any questions you might like to ask John, girls? Yes, there's that girl who wanted Lyle for Christmas. You changed her mind.
Well, I thought I'd have a long list. Is Mr. Davidson married?
Are you married, John?
No, I'm not. I'm not. No. And I would. Do you have any suggestions?
I'm not either.
Well, now, which is it, Lyle or me? Yes, a little boy right back there.
No offense, but what show are you on?
Sunday.
I'll answer that for you. John was the host of his own show.
Captain Kangaroo.
Last summer, the Kraft Music Hall, and he was absolutely marvelous on it. And he recently did a special in Notre Dame, and he is currently one of the stars of The Happiest Millionaire, and we're very lucky to have him on our show. And either he's going to do a Broadway show very soon, or he will be having a television show of his own. Any other questions? One more, the little girl there. Yes.
Do you know Roy Rogers?
Do you know Roy Rogers?
Oh, I know Roy Rogers. I'm a great fan of Roy Rogers. I don't know him. Carol, do you know him?
No. Anybody here know Roy Rogers? Okay. That's our crazy sound man. All right, don't go away. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Television City in Hollywood, it's the Carol Burnett Show, brought to you by FTD, Florist Trans World Delivery, and its 12,000 members throughout the United States and Canada. When you think of flowers, you think of FTD.
Throughout the years, Western movies have proved to be very popular in foreign countries. Now, this is also true of such television Westerns as Gunsmoke and Bonanza. Now, believe it or not, some European countries have started making their own cowboy movies. Here, then, is an American Western as it might be done in Germany.
Mein ganzer Mouth Studios proudly presents Heil Chaparral, filmed in Wild Wild West, Berlin.
Achtung! Achtung! Partners, the Wunderbar takes pride in presenting the songbird from the West, Fraulein Kitty Marlene.
Howdy, Fräuleins und Herrs. And now, I will sing for you And you will enjoy. Kitty Fritz.
See what the boys in the back room will have, and tell them I'm having the same yodeling. Just see what the boys in the back room will have, and give them the schnapps that they name yodeling.
Who's the coming?
It's the Field Marshal Dillon.
So watch it, everybody. One wrong move, and you're all like a piece of Swiss cheese.
What do you want, Marshal?
There is talk. They tell me that you are running a crooked card game, my friend. They tell me, but I don't believe it.
Anybody but calls me a crook is going to get what for?
Ah, you don't scare me, Tex. 3 of my wives was bigger than you.
I play an honest game. I play an honest game.
You do.
Sit, I'll show you.
Better be honest. I'll tell you that. You cheat one time, I close this place faster than you can say cheese and carcass. I'll
He
tell you
won't
that.
cheat.
He won't, huh? I got 3 aces.
4 aces?
What the hell?
He was only kidding you. Marshal, come and see. Have a schnapps on the house.
A schnapps on the house. That's what I want. The throat is dry like anything. That's what I want, a schnapps.
How about a short beer?
But I just want a schnapps without a joke, huh? Please? Just pour it. Well, here it goes. Oh, boy, that's a real Western schnapps. I got a head of jingle, jangle, jingles, boy. Can I have another one?
Have another
I
one
want
on the
another one.
house.
Yes. I'd rather have it in my throat. That's it. Well, excuse me, I want one more, please.
On the house, you may have another one.
Thank you.
Good.
Now I drink to everyone. Skål.
What's the matter, Marshal?
I think I got a fractured skull. That does it. The Wunderbar is closed.
Why?
Ah, because I'm a grouchy man, that's why, especially when I have a headache. And you should know the boy headache I got now. It's a beauty. It's really something. What?
You know who's coming to town?
Santa Claus.
9 is coming to town, Wilhelm the Kid.
Ah, that means nothing to me, my friend.
And he's going to kill you.
Well, that means something.
Here he is now.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
I am looking for the marshal of this town. I am Wilhelm the Kid. Ich bin ein Gunfighter. Who are you?
Ich bin a coward. I mean,
Hands above, please! Forward!
Wait a march. Back, back.
March! Hold!
You are the marshal here?
jawohl.
I am going to cut you in half.
Someone beat you to it.
We are going to have a shoot-off.
A shootout?
A shoot-off?
A shoot-off? A shoot-off.
Okay.
Der Gart! Ungeschuldet
getting dark. But before I go, I would like to die with a song on my lips.
Mit a song on her lips.
Yeah.
Fritz, hit it.
See what the boys in the back room do. And tell them my son. And tell them my son.
That's it. She's dead. Ah, that's it.
Tell them my son. And tell them I cry.
That's it. Kapot. Yeah, kapot. Yeah.
Oh, tell them my dog.
Billy, do your job when you're being sergeant. Don't stop it.
I'm very happy to have John Davidson on our show. I've known him for quite a few years now. We worked together before. And he's not only an extraordinarily handsome young man, but he has a voice to match. And we're very thrilled to have him with us this evening, Mr. John Davidson.
There's a kind of hush all over the world tonight. All over the world you can hear those sounds of lovers in love. You know what I mean? Just the two of us and nobody else in sight. There's nobody else, and I'm feeling good, just holding you tight. Come on and listen very carefully, closer now, and you will see what I mean. No, it isn't a dream. The only sound that you will hear is when I whisper in your ear, I love you forever and ever. There's a kind of hush all over the world tonight. All over the world you can hear those sounds, lovers in love. Just listen very carefully, closer now, and you will hear what I mean. No, it isn't a dream. The only sound that you will hear is when I whisper in your ear, I love you forever and ever. There's a kind of hush all over the world tonight. All over the world you can hear those sounds of lovers in love. Hear those lovers in love. Hear those lovers in love. Hear those lovers in love. Someday a time for us, time together with time to spare, time to learn, time to care. Someday, somehow, we'll find a new way of living. We'll find a way of forgiving. Somewhere, there's a place for us, a time and place for us. Hold my hand, and we're halfway there. Hold my hand, and I'll take you there.
The following program is brought to you in loving color. From Hartville, Hollywood, it's the Rat Race, and here's the big rat himself, our own Larry Lutz.
Ahoy! Jump aboard the Love Boat as we sail through the tunnel of love on the Rat Race. The game where we take a sweet young girl, have her choose one of our 3 wild bachelors, and send them away for a solid week of wacky wildness in Tahiti. Chaperone. This week's trusty chaperone is Elizabeth Whale. Love you, Liz. Okay, now let's meet our 3 eligible bachelors. Eligible bachelor number 1 hails from Paris, Tennessee, and he's in show business. Just 5 years ago, he was runner-up on the Amateur Hour. Meet and greet Abner Hollycutt. Okay, sit down, Abner. Eligible bachelor number 2 has been on our show 37 times and has never won. But tonight, maybe his luck will change. He's the star of his own television show, Run From Your Wife. Let's meet good-looking Tab Tyler. You can stop smiling, Tab. Oh, okay. Finally, eligible bachelor number 3. He describes himself as a playboy, and who are we to argue, right? Let's say hello to Archer Armstrong. And a baby Archer. Okay, now let's meet our beautiful bachelorette who just can't wait to play our exciting game. Let's meet Miss Annie Spooner. Welcome, Annie. I can see. I can see that you're eager to play our game.
No, please, I don't want to.
Oh, come on. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous, Annie. Behind that wall is your dream date.
I don't want a date. I had a terrible experience with a man once.
Now, don't worry, Annie. I won't touch you. All right, my dear. Listen, Annie, when we send you on your week-long date, don't worry, you're going to be carefully chaperoned.
I will?
Yes. Now, before we begin the questions, each of our bachelors will say hello to you. Are you ready, dear? Okay, number 1.
Yoo-hoo! Hello, Annie.
Number 2. We want you to say hello, number 2.
Hello, number 2.
Goodbye, number 2.
Come on, dear, there's still one more to go.
No, I don't care. I want to get out of here.
No,
no, don't get it. Come on, say hello, number 3.
Oh, chantez, beautiful mademoiselle. I've waited years for this moment, and by the tone of your voice, you must be an enchanting creature.
I'll take him.
Hold it, Annie. We're just beginning the game. You don't understand.
Be patient, my dear. We'll be together soon enough.
My place or yours?
Annie, just wait a minute. Let's play the game here. Now, the next step is to read the questions. You have your questions ready?
Oh, yes. I sure do.
All right, she's going to start the questions now. Okay, begin, Annie.
Number 1, if you had to compare yourself with a food, what would it be?
Oh, that's easy, Annie. Hog's jowls.
Yes! Number 2, what about you?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
No, number 2, the question was, if you had to compare yourself with a food, what would it be?
No, thank you, I'm not hungry.
And you, lover?
Yahoo!
I meant number 3.
I would like to think of myself as a dry red wine, a Bordeaux, around 1949.
Oh, why 1949?
That's probably the year you were born.
That's the one I'm like.
Annie, wait a minute. No, wait a minute, Annie. Annie, please. Be patient, Annie. Be patient.
Okay, number 2, do you live alone?
Boy, that's a tough one. Let's see.
I'm sorry I asked. What about you, number 1?
I live with my mother, Annie.
Yeah, it figures. And number 3, winner that you are, what's your idea of a good time?
Well, my idea of a great time is to gaze dreamily into your eyes every moment.
Oh, that's the one I want.
No, wait a minute, Annie. No, Annie. That's it. That's all the time you have. Now we'll have to have your decision.
Oh, I choose number 3.
First, I want you to think it over very carefully.
Yeah, number 3.
Because it's an important decision, one of the most important decisions of your life.
Number 3.
Annie, I'm afraid your time is up. I'll have to have your decision now.
I choose number 3.
Number 3! Number 3! Number 3!
Come off it, Lutz. You do that twice a day. Bring him out.
All right, now, let's first meet the eligible bachelors that you did not choose, Annie. Number
I don't
1.
care about him.
Oh, number 1 is the amateur tap dancer, Abner Hollycutt. Come out here, Abner.
I don't really care.
Howdy, Annie.
Oh, he's the one I meant. Yeah. He's the one I meant. Yes, he is.
No. Now, number 2 is the famous TV star, Tab Tyler.
I never heard of him. Oh! Yeah, that's the one I meant. Yes, I said 3, but here's 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is 3.
Yes, well. Abner, I want to thank you for coming and playing our game.
Thank you, sir. Goodbye, Annie.
It's always a pleasure having you on our game, Taboo.
I'll be back next week.
I know where to find you.
All right, now, Annie, here, are you ready to meet number 1? Number 3, rather, your dream date.
Yeah, bring him out.
Here's your playboy, Archer Armstrong! Archer!
Andy! Arnold Schlessel!
What?
Arnold Schlessel!
You know him?
Do I know him? I told you about that experience I had with a man.
He was there!
Don't you touch me, Schlessel!
Catch up on. What's the first thing you're going to do?
No! I'm going to take
Come on!
Stay tuned now for the second half of the Carol Burnett Show, right after station identification. And now, back to the second half of the Carol Burnett Show.
There's no family like a show, family like no
in the business for the dough. Oh, there's no family like a show. Family like no family I know. This is Sonny, he loves to sing for you. Ah, this is Sissy, she sings and dances too.
La 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 la.
This is Mama, without her there's no show. And I'm the daddy, yes, I'm the daddy. I taught them everything they know.
Yes, sir!
Because you know business here in show business. If you're only in the business for the dough, oh, there's no family like a show. Family like no family I, no family I, no family I know.
Another day, another dime.
Great audience, huh? Great performance, everybody.
Oh, thank you, Father.
You were wonderful, Mama. Great performance. Sonny, except you. What, Dad? You've got to watch the tempo in that last number.
I know, Dad. I couldn't concentrate. I'm sorry. There was a guy in the second row that was making strange noises with his hands.
Sonny, that man was applauding.
It was very rude of him, Dad. The only time he stopped was when you came on.
Sonny, sweetheart, this act has had a perfect record so far, and we're not going to let it be spoiled by one rude man in the second row, are we, darling?
Right, Mom.
All right, sweetheart. Father,
Yes, dear.
come here. Was that really applause?
Well, I wouldn't swear to it. It's been a while. I think so.
Gee, that must be what it's like in the big time.
The big time. All we need to break into the big time is to get a new image. Yes. Maybe have a patriotic song.
That's the spirit!
Yeah, all we need is a patriotic song.
That's the spirit.
I just got to come up with a patriotic song. A new one.
That's the spirit,
Get the door, Sonny.
Got to.
Here's your week's salary, Mr. Fun, $17.76.
After we make the big time, we'll make a lot more than $17.76, my dear.
That's the spirit!
Hold it!
What?
Wait a minute!
What?
That's
What?
it!
What?
That's the answer.
What?
We'll take the $17.76
And?
buy a patriotic song.
Or I have a better idea. Why don't we keep the 1776 and you write us a patriotic song?
Oh, well, I've never written
You
a patriotic
can.
song. I wouldn't know where to begin.
Of course you do, darling. You're a wonderful composer. I know you could do it. All you have to do is draw on the things around you. I know. Let's see what we just might happen to have in the dressing room.
All righty.
Looky here, an American flag.
Look, here's a drum.
A drum.
Here's a pipe.
A fife.
And look, a bandage. And a check for 1776. Father, you just sit right down at that piano and I know something is bound to come to you.
Okay, I'll try.
That's the spirit.
Come on, Dad.
And a partridge and a pear tree. No.
No, Daddy, come on.
Come on, Father.
Oh, no, I've got it. Wait a minute. That's it. That's it. Hey, hold it. Hold it.
Good, Father, good.
Ah, yes.
Yes?
That's it. Of course. That's it. There. It's all finished. It's all finished. Here's your part, Sonny. Your part, Mama. Your part.
It's good,
Sissy.
Father.
Now let's try it once. Ready, everybody? And.
I carry a flag of red, white, and blue. I carry
Fly,
a flag
flag,
of
go
red,
toot,
white,
toot,
and
toot,
blue.
toot.
I carry
my
a
drum.
flag
I'll
of red,
march along
white,
with
and
you.
blue. Yes, everyone knows America's foes are gonna get their licks. We're the spirit of 76.
man doing that terrible thing again. Make him stop, Dad. Sing something.
Why,
Forgive me for barging in, but I am Ziggy Flofeld.
Ziggy Flofeld, world-famous producer.
The one and only. I happen to be passing by your dressing room on my way to Rangoon. And I heard that song you were singing.
And?
Well, you may not believe this, but there's a spot in my next Flofeld Follies for a patriotic trio.
Patriotic trio, that's great. How many in a trio, Mama?
3, Father.
3. 1, 2. Give me the drums. Give it to me. Sissy, the 5, please. Fanny, please, give me the flag. I want the flag. Give it. It's my flag.
Stop it! Is this what show business does to people? Turn father against son, daughter against father, wife against husband, patriotic trio against father. I'm sorry, Mr. Flofield, but if that's what success in show business does to people, we want no part of it. Do we, kids? Do we, kids? Kids.
Yeah, Mom's right.
That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard in my life. Here, Fanny. You keep your flag. Yes. I don't want it said that I'd stand in the way of my family's happiness. Ow! Don't worry, Mr. Fluffield. You'll get your patriotic trio. Yes, you'll get it. I've been thinking of going out on my own, and now I can do it without hurting anybody. Yes, I'm gonna leave.
Father!
Oh, Mother, don't cry. This is no time for tears.
But you can't.
Sissy.
Daddy.
I'll be back, my darling. I'll be back when I'm a success.
I guess we'll never see him again.
I wonder if we did the right thing.
I'm going to pay you $100 a week.
We did the right thing.
Mr. and Mrs. USA and all the boats at bay. Dateline, New York. Broadway is buzzing about the new Flofeld Follies, which opens tonight starring the famous patriotic trio, the Three Funds. It used to be the Four Funds, but no one has heard from the father for the past 4 years. As for the 3 remaining funds, Ziggy Flofield is now featuring them in a brand new heavenly production number, which indicates they have nowhere to go but up.
Dear mother's gone away. She's gone away before, but now she's gone away to stay. The angels carried mother way up in the sky before she had orphaned orphans often do. We know that you must miss us too, and so we place this call to you. Hello, heaven, let me speak to Mother.
Hello, son, this is your mother, dear. How are you, and how's your little sister?
Sis is fine and standing over here. Here.
Hello, mother, how are things in heaven? Heaven's heaven, but I miss you all.
We miss you too. Let's keep in touch.
But telephoning costs so much. Next time, reverse the charges when you...
My beautiful, wonderful family. They think I'm old Charlie the stagehand, when I'm really Mickey, their old father. Oh, I love them. I've been watching over them ever since. Here they come now!
Yes, you sonny, I cannot tell you, your performance was sensational.
Thanks, Uncle Ziggy.
Sissy, fabulous as usual.
Thank
Sissy,
you,
look. And it's for you, Fanny.
Oh, Ziggy.
Must you do that now?
Oh, this is old Charlie, Ziggy. He's one of your stagehands. You know, he's been hanging around Sonny and Sissy and me ever since Father left years ago. We feel like he's almost one of the family. Go over there, old Charlie.
Never mind about him, Fanny. I can't wait to tell you about my plans for the next Flofeld Follies. I tell you, the three funds are going to be bigger stars than they ever were.
Oh, Ziggy, that's marvelous.
Uncle Ziggy, Mom,
Yes, dear.
Sis, I've got something I got to tell you.
Yes? Well, wait, I'm trying to tell your mother about the new show. Can
Now,
you wait?
this concerns the new show.
What, Sonny?
I'm quitting the business. I'm quitting the act.
What?
I'm sorry, Uncle Ziggy, but I've got to get out of show business. I've been in it long enough, and I'm ready to take the next step.
But you can't,
Well,
you
what
can't.
next step, Sonny?
Politics, Mom. I want to be President of the United States.
Where did I go wrong? No, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I didn't mean that. I apologize, Sonny. If that's what you want, darling, you go into politics.
That's what I want,
You
Mom.
go right ahead and you be president.
Thanks, Mom.
It's all right. I guess from now on, it'll just be Sissy and me.
Well, Mom, there's something I've been meaning to tell you, and now's as good a time as any. Not that, Uncle Ziggy. Mom, you know I've always had a very deep interest in medicine.
What, darling?
You know I've always had a deep interest in medicine.
Yes, I know you've had a deep interest in medicine, but show business is in your blood.
Well, I want to get out of it, Mom.
All right, if that's what you really want, then do it. I won't stand in your way. And if your father were here, I'm sure he wouldn't stand in your way either.
Thanks, Mom. You're an angel.
That's all right, sweet.
Come on, Sonny. Let's go out and celebrate.
Well, now I have no one.
It's not true, Fanny. You have me. And him. I guess you've always known, Fanny, that I've been in love with you for a long time, yes?
I know that, Ziggy, but I'm a one-man woman. And I'm one woman whose man is a one-woman man. And when a one-man woman has won a one-woman man, the one man that one woman won.
I knew you were going to say that. All right, Fanny, if you won't marry me, at least stay in show business.
As a single, oh, Ziggy, I
Of course, Fanny, you can be the biggest star the world has ever seen.
Yes, I guess I could.
I'll build my entire show around you. It'll be my biggest folly. What do you say to that? It's a deal. You get out of here.
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. USA and all the ships at bay. Item. Tonight marks the farewell appearance of the fabulous Fanny Fun, who after 57 years is ending her remarkable career with the Flofeld Follies. Oh, I see now that our remote cameras are ready to bring you live and in color Broadway's grateful tribute to the greatest Fanny of them all.
Go, Fanny, go, Fanny, go, Fanny, go, 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 Fanny, go, Fanny, go, Fanny, go, 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 Fanny, go, Fanny, go, Fanny, go, 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 Fanny, go, Fanny, go, Fanny, go, 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 beautiful star of our show.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I am told that you have all come tonight to pay tribute to me. If this is so, you are paying tribute to the wrong person. True, I have won fame and fortune, but I owe it all to one person. I am speaking of my husband, Mickey. The old fool. Mickey's not here for this tribute to me tonight. He left me many, many years ago, but he left me with two wonderful children. Two wonderful children who have gone on to great heights and have made this old woman very proud indeed. I'm speaking of my son, Sonny Fun, whom some of you might know is President of the United States. And my daughter, Sissy Fun, 5-time Nobel Prize winner
and discoverer of a positive cure for hickeys. And now, I would like to ring down the curtain on my fabulous career by singing the first song the Four Funds ever sang together. Mickey, my dear departed husband, wherever you are, darling, this is for you. Hit it. There's no family like a show family, like no family I know. Each
of us is working for a cause. And everyone for pay is
He's the president! My son's the president! Family like a show, family like no family I know.
This is Sonny. He loves to sing for you.
What are you doing out here, you old fool? Get up!
Ah! This is Sissy. She sings and dances too.
What are you doing? Get up! Charlie, are you nuts?
Please.
Get up! This is Mike's with you! Get out of here,
Without
Charlie!
her, there's no show.
You can't sing that!
Why can't I?
Daddy always used to sing
What do you
that!
think I am? I'm the daddy! I'm the daddy! I taught them everything they know.
You mean it's been you all along? You were old Charlie? Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, listen, darling, I put that there.
You know how many men I heard for you to come back?
What about her, Mark?
They never laid a finger on you.
Next week, Carol's guest will be Gomer Pyle himself, Jim Neighbors.
I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long.
Silver Thins 100s, the impossible cigarette.
The 100-millimeter cigarette with reduced tar and nicotine, yet better taste. Impossible. Try new Silver Thins 100.
The Carol Burnett Show has been brought to you by new Silver Thin 100s. The 100 with reduced tar and nicotine, yet good taste.